taking a look at the song that we had demonstrated just now, Nothing is Impossible by Planet Shakers. So first, we're going to talk about 3 ingredients today to a simple guideline to play a praise song. The first thing will be a drum groove. So most of the time you could hear that I'm doing this percussive thing, which is also the strumming pattern as well in some portions. Basically what am I doing here is I'm imitating the drum set. You could call it the kick or the snare drum. So it has this percussive thing, something that drives. So we got to understand that the acoustic is not just a melodic instrument, but it's also a percussive instrument, which consists of the downstrokes and the upstrokes as well. So you could hear that this is how it probably sound like on the drum. So I would say that there's no hard and fast rule about what drum groove should you play and things like that, but you could always switch things around and make things more interesting and colorful as well. And the next thing we're going to talk about is palm muting. Now, palm muting is a very interesting element that you definitely want to get your hands on, because it helps you to drive the song in a way, but not too much, but in a very sweet manner. So it sounds very percussive as well. At the start of the song, I played this. Yeah, so it has a very a choppy sound, a very groovy feel that with the bass notes, and this is something that you could get one of the techniques down to improve some of your playings and add in some colors to your playing as well. So zooming up close to how you're going to do a palm mute. So just gently place your palm at the saddle here on top of the strings, and you could achieve this effect. And then you don't want to press too hard, if not it will sound like this. You're just muting everything and you can't get a good ring. So just gently place this side of your palm over the strings and you can achieve that effect already. And something that I would suggest is to play around more with the bass notes with the top 3 strings to achieve a more rounder effect. So you got to, whenever you palm mute, one advice is that you could revolve it more around the bass notes, the top 3 strings, instead of the bottom. Yeah, so you have more punch, you'll sound more groovy as well. And the third key element that we want to talk about to play a praise song is actually muting techniques. So one example in the bridge part where it goes, I believe, and so, okay, just to play so you know where it is. So you could hear there's a lot of choppy sound. Da, 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 da. So how do I create this groove, this rhythm? Right? One technique I use is to use my right hand to just mute the strings. You could either use the right hand technique or you could use your left hand technique to mute the strings. So taking a closer look up here at my hand, I'm just placing a F chord, an inversion here. So if I press it hard, definitely the strings will just ring. If I were to release it a bit, I will just mute the strings. Yeah, so you can see. So whenever I want the sound to ring out, I'll just press down the strings. But whenever I want to mute the sound, I'll just gently release my fingers and the sound will just go off. So I could just do this instead of, yeah. So muting techniques will help you to color your playing, color the rhythm, and help you to make the song more groovy and for people to dance along. And there you have it. This is 3 tips that you could get your hands on. First thing is to take note of the drum groove. Second thing is to use palm mute whenever possible. And the third one will be your muting techniques whenever you strum. So there you have it. See you in the next lesson.